Leonardo Santini. En el cilindro de Avellaneda, en la continuidad de la tercera fecha de la zona 1 de la Copa de la Liga Profesional. Racing, Arsenal, dos equipos con realidades diferentes. Racing llega a este partido con una mochila pesada, vacía de puntos, pero cargada de presión. Racing no tiene unidades en esta zona 1 de la Copa de la Liga Profesional. Fue goleado en la primera fecha por Atlético Tucumán y la semana anterior Unión lo derrotó en Santa Fe. Arsenal transita por otro camino. El huevo Rondina, desde que llegó, con lo que tiene, hace lo que puede. Y es mucho. Por ejemplo, hoy va a debutar Ramiro Luna, un chico que juega por la derecha, que proviene de Midland, equipo de la primera división C, una categoría casi amateur, y que hizo todas las inferiores en Leandro N. Alem. Hoy será la oportunidad de presentarse en primera división, de cumplir el sueño del pibe. En la defensa estará Gastón Suso, proveniente de Platense. Por eso hablo de realidades diferentes, pero la presión es similar, porque los dos necesitan sumar, porque se quedan afuera de la Copa Campeonato. Si no, Atlético Tucumán tiene 9 puntos.
The lady we were talking about.
Pioneer of boxing in Great Britain. And a real character. Yeah, going back to what we were saying there, I'm with you. I'm not sure that was a convincing win for either woman, quite frankly.
One thing that's great about Gav in the corner, and you'll hear it, I'm sure, again, like we heard in the Shannon Courtney fight, he game plans to his fighter really well. He never expects something that she's not able to do.
That's the mark of a good trainer. Can fall. Pose herself on. Guanini was a very aggressive, all-action type. We talked about the weight issues for Guanini, who has boxed at Super. Ball might be a bit surprised by her strength. Very much on the front foot here as Guanini's just... that's how she likes to operate, Guanini. She will go in for the rage. Lovely switch with the right hand there from the Argentinian. Bodied ahead and finished off with a nice left as well. Lovely combination work from Guanini. Yeah, just trying to draw the lead here.
The rounds do go quicker after you've been watching the 3-minute rounds, don't they?
They really do. And I'll tell you what, at the end of that round, Fogolina Guanini did a very nice job of making Rachel Ball miss. And if Gavin Burrows says to her she's won that round convincingly, she needs to take another look at it, because she didn't. Well, I thought that was a pretty good round for Guanini.
I did as well. She is just making her fall short. But we've got another 8 rounds.
You're not doing enough. Okay. Yeah. You need to step across. You need to.
Yeah, he's being smart here, Burrows.
Here.
Okay.
Okay. Right, aim here. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't put it down. Yeah. As you better going back. Double your jabs. Half a step back. Keep the right foot. Bring it up. Yeah. You need to do more. You're winning. You need to do more. You're trying too hard.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Round 3 then of this 10-rounder. And of course, 2-minute rounds. And I'm going to bring you in on that one. Should women be boxing 2-minute rounds, or should you be the same as the fellas?
Well, up until I think it's six round fights, you're allowed to box 3-minute rounds, because I, of course, made my debut doing the 3-minute rounds like the men. But they've done some scientific studies saying that women's concussion rates over 6 rounds go too high. I'm not sure of the science myself.
Yeah, so that's been disputed. I think that's WBC science. So safety is of paramount interest, and that obviously is the highest priority, and that is a discussion that will continue.
Personally, I like the 3-minute rounds, but then I'm built for durability and not speed, so it suits someone like me.
And you've got to work so fast, as you say, in those 2-minute rounds. And a fight can get out of control very quickly with these 2-minute rounds. The rounds do fly by. And here we are halfway through this 3rd round already. And Bull, for all this advantage in height and those long levers, is really struggling to land clean on Guanini, who does not present a big target at all. She's going to, I think she's going to have to accept that she's going to miss a few. Missing again there. And again, Guanini's very good at making Bull miss here.
And what's interesting with ex-kickboxers when they start boxing is they hold their feet a lot of the time when they go to punch. So if I'm ever in with a kickboxer, I just look at their feet the whole fight.
Very solid look about Guanini.
Bull's got such good hand speed there.
Yeah, she really has. That's going to be a big weapon for her. But Guanini is continuing to pick some really nice shots here. Coming up next, a woman that really does seem to have a target on her back at the moment in what is a red-hot super featherweight division. Katarina Tanders is up next, but across the Atlantic, the WBO champion, Mikaela Mayer, is calling her out almost daily on social media. Maeva Hamadouche, the French woman, the IBF champion at the bid as well, and Tanders, the mandatory, believes she can follow in the footsteps of Cecilia Brækhus and become a Norwegian female boxing world champion with huge fights down the line in what is a red-hot division. You're in the wrong division, Ben.
I've been in that division. They're all big girls.
Yeah, I've seen you in that division. You get bullied.
Tiny.
Yeah, you stay out of there.
I look like a midget.
You stay in the commentary box. It's safer here, believe me. Round 4 then of this 10-rounder. That's Super Bantam. Rachel Bull from the West Midlands in England, with her hands full here against the very experienced Jorgelina Guanini, a woman who's had a lot of high-level championship fights. It's one of those fights, isn't it, that Rachel Bull is going to have to accept that she's going to miss a lot and just keep throwing punches and not get discouraged, because Guanini's very good at making a miss.
Just making her fall short by that tiny fraction, isn't she? I think once Rach finds her distance, though, she'll let those hands go.
She's also going to watch those body shots, particularly the right hand from Guanini. That's quite a little weapon she's got there. And she digs it in very nicely. And puts the left hand in there, and then a left hook upstairs as well from Guanini. There she is, starting the attacks downstairs and then switching the point of attack. She's very dangerous in bursts and looks heavy-handed as well, Guanini, even though she only has one stoppage on her card, and that was on a cut.
I like her style.
Fine. Muy bien.
flurry. She's these little raids, a nice jolting straight lead hand there as well from Guanini, and so confident and clever at just drawing Rachel Ball in and then making her miss. I think she looks very, very comfortable at the moment.
You know when you are walking her down, you're coming towards them ropes, you did it perfect then. Deep breath. You kept them up tighter, okay? So when she throws back, it hits your gloves. Much better. Bring your shots a bit lower, okay? Listen. Bring your shots a bit lower. She's rolling, but she's stopping rolling now because she's tired and she's getting hurt when you're landing. Okay? Try these 2 phases. Okay? Keep bringing them low to bring them up. Okay? Yeah, no,
there's certainly no sense of concern or disquiet in this corner.
No.
They're happy enough.
I think it's the right thing to build your fighter up as well and make them believe in themselves each and every round.
Seconds out. Round 5.
But the Argentinian corner doesn't look particularly phased.
I think they're very happy with the way this is going.
Yeah.
A nice solid body jab to get this 5th round of 10 underway. WBC Super Bantamweight belt cannot be won by Guanini tonight. The full champ is the young Mexican Yamileth Mercado.
Has she still got her flyweight belt?
No, this is at Super Bantam. I don't know if she's still got the flyweight. Dina Thorsland's WBO champion, and Marcela Acuna, who's 44 years old now, but still as tough as they come. IBF belt holder, so there's some big fights for Rachel Ball if she can go ahead and claim this interim belt. Doesn't look so comfortable when she's leading off, does she, Guanini? She looks like she's there to counter.
She's quite fast with the counter as well, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Jolting right hand inside there on the counter, and Ball is on the receiving end again here. Seems to be a little bit caught in 2 minds now, Ball, because she has been swinging and missing so often. She ducks down like that. It's such a tough target. It's such a small target that Ball's got to aim at.
Yeah, the height's not actually helping her, is it?
Not
Because
at
she's
all.
too short.
And she can duck down and roll with it as well. Makes herself almost invisible in there. Footwork's good. Centre of gravity's really low. Sticking to it. Not sure how many of those punches in that exchange landed, and certainly nothing is bothering her. That much we can say for certain. Legend, a true legend. So quiet and so humble.
2 fights away.
Yep. If you've never seen Katie Taylor box, number 1, where have you been? And number 2, you're in for a treat.
I quite like the look of the Argentinian girl here. I'd never seen her box before today. Obviously, I've seen Rachel box quite a few times, but I like her.
Round 6.
I think she looked very strong, very comfortable. And Rachel Ball has really got to try and find something different in the half of this fight. Because there's too much swinging, too much missing. A lot of pressure. She's looking to come forward, and that can sometimes sway the judges as well. And Guanini won't get any help if it does go to the cards in terms of any South American or even Spanish support. It's 3 British judges. The Ball is staying on the front foot, but doesn't seem to be able to put a dent into Guanini when she does land. And the Argentinian is always firing back. I think it helps that she's been based in Spain for the last few weeks and months as well, Guanini, that she hasn't had that long, arduous flight coming in from Buenos Aires.
Good head movement there.
Vale, respira. Respira.
And again, Rachel Ball is reaching in and coming up short. This distance between the two of them continues to be a problem for her. Picking that up nicely. Last few seconds out of this 6th round. Guanini's not done a lot in this round. That's better from Ball. Gets the response immediately, of course, from Guanini.
Nice little trade.
Yeah, she's happy to just go for the tear-up, isn't she, Guanini? But that was a better round for Ball.
I've got a bottle around there.
Yeah, they seem happy, they seem comfortable.
Nice and calm still.
Yeah, and there are close rounds here. She's certainly throwing more. She certainly isn't landing with any regularity at all, but she's certainly throwing more than Guanini, who is looking to raid and counter and can be effective when she's doing so. It makes for rather intriguing, but you can see why this woman gets involved in so many close fights.
Yeah.
You know, she's just one of those that's got that style. Like I say, when she lost in Spain at super bantamweight, lost a split decision, but one judge had it 98-92 for her. Another judge watching the same fight had it 92-98 the other way. And she is one of those fighters, I think.
That you can't tell.
Yeah, it's a kind of a big what you like element about her fights. But you just look through her card, it's been close controversial decision after close controversial decision. A lot of judges must look at her and go, oh no, we're a tough night here. That's nice. That's what Ball's got to do. Make her look bad.
Make her feel short.
Estate viva, estate viva cuando ella entre.
Saying, look, she's dropped back, but Guanini is happy on the back foot. And jumps out when you look at her fights, her recent fights against Deborah Dionisius. When she won the IBF Super Flyweight title, she had a slow start and came on really strongly. Was quite happy boxing on the back foot in that fight against the unbeaten Dionisius.
And she's choosing to be on the back foot now as well.
Exactly. She's happy on the back foot. She is comfortable coming forward as well, which makes her a dangerous opponent. There's Ball missing again. We've got the body, so that's a beauty to the body there from Ball. That really was a peach. That was a lovely shot. And then Guanini looks for the response again. Heavy thudding punches from the Argentinian, who doesn't want to get caught in a corner there. And sure enough, she comes firing back out. This is good pressure she's applying. That's the first time in the fight I thought Guanini didn't look entirely comfortable, you know.
She's got Vicks on.
I've got Vicks on, I can smell it. I did.
Like I say, up until that last round, I thought she was boxing comfortably within herself. Just a little hint there for me that maybe she was just feeling this. Round 8. There's 3 rounds to go. These women's world title fights fly by. Guarnini goes dancing on the first few seconds of this 8th round. Has Bull doing the chasing. Risky game, because you just create the impression to the judges that your opponent's the one that's doing the chasing and forcing the issue. You've got to throw punches as well. Guarnini's work rate, I think, has dropped. They've got to cut this ring off. Rachel Bull. There's little bursts and flurries coming from Guarnini now. And this is what Bull's got to do, keep that pressure on, but just find the accuracy to go with it as well. She's very tough to pin down. Jorgelina Guarnini. Has to stay focused, stay on it. This is better.
Both girls have definitely changed up their game plan this round, haven't they?
Yeah, noticeably. Do you get the sense that Guarnini's feeling the pace?
Yeah, I was starting to think that at the beginning of the round. Now I'm thinking maybe she is just playing a very clever game now and just waiting for that big power shot.
No, she took a power shot.
Because Rachel's hand speed's so good, if she gets into a little bit of a tear up, Rachel's going to score the points because she's throwing more.
Yeah, tough to get her.
But I think out of the 2 girls, the one with the power is the short girl, isn't she?
Yeah, but it's another round where I'm not sure that she did an awful lot of work in that round that was effective. That is not a good round again for Guarnini, and that's a couple of pretty decent rounds for Rachel Bull here.
Yeah, I could do.
Got something to wipe her off?
Oh, shit on her face, I'm sure.
Might even have it on her.
Yeah.
Probably put something wrong in her body when she was in the center. Alright?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen. Okay, she's a bit tight.
These last few moments, Katie Taylor has been here so many times. As an amateur, won everything a lot. Yeah, it's a good team. An elite athlete. And that for me has been the big difference. You know, I was around when women's boxing first burst through in the UK in the late 90s. The pros didn't really respect you guys. The likes of Katie Taylor and Nicola Adams, Natasha Jones, they've come along and they've got the respect of the pros as well.
Yeah.
Totally respected and accepted now for who you guys are and what you do. Taylor's a huge part of that. Meanwhile,
Massive change up in speed.
No. Let's see if Bull can just continue to press here. If Guarnini's tank is emptying, Bull's got to be able to capitalise.
That's the thing with Rachel Bull, like she's really consistent throughout the rounds, like she doesn't lose energy, she doesn't lose anything from her game the later rounds.
What was it like when you were in there with her? I mean, obviously she's naturally much bigger than you anyway, but what were her main strengths and what did you feel that you could have exploited?
For me, I'm quite a strong girl and Rachel's not a strong girl, she's not a power puncher, so I was comfortable with that. But her hand speed is twice as fast as mine and her footwork. But I think that's the sign of a really good coach because Gavin Burrows wouldn't give her a game plan where she needed to be the stronger girl. But I think the Argentinian now is really showing her strength.
No, she's tough.
Yeah. Some good head movement as well.
I haven't seen enough of those rights to the body from Guarnini. It's a real weapon. We saw a bit of it in the first half of the fight, less so the second half of it, but it's a real weapon for her. That's a clever little left. Got in and got out again. Guanini. There are times in this fight where she's looked really clever. And look at this. What a swagger and
very comfortable
stuff going on there in the last few seconds of that round, just to really make Rachel Bull doubt herself. There's no doubting Gavin Burrows at all.
Bull has thrown more shots, landed more shots. I think they haven't done as much damage as the other side, but she has thrown more.
I think that means when you're coming up, young lady. That means when you're following her, don't drop your arms. Okay, give nothing to chance. When you're in close quarters, you keep them up. Okay, she's got to go for you. Yeah. Keep putting pressure on her. Pop that jab. That strike right to the body work beautiful. Okay. But when you're going forward and in that range, keep them up and catch them.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. 10th and final round.
Last round then, 2 minutes to go in this WBC Interim Super Bantamweight title fight. Rachel Bull, the taller woman from the West Midlands in England, up against Jorgelina Guanini from Argentina. Who's going to edge it? I thought it was a very good point you made, Beck Connolly, that she's thrown more and landed more. So a lot of the cleaner and cleverer work might have come from Guanini, but has she done enough overall work to get this decision? That's nice again from Bull. Lovely combination.
I don't think she's done enough at all. I think Rachel's dominating now. I think she's coming forward. She's showing her presence, her ring gentlemanship. Like it's just better.
At the midway point, I had Guanini in front, but as you say, the second half of the fight, she's really picked it up. And there's just not enough work coming from Guanini. Nice body shot there from Bull as well. Guanini backing up, but we've seen her do that before. Bull trying to be the tough guy in there. As you say, it's good to hear from the horse's mouth, Beck, that she's not a big, strong power puncher, and that's reflected in her record. She does not have a stoppage to her name. Just the one defeat as well, that game against Katarina Tanders. One judge had it level, but I think everybody thought that Tanders had done enough. Tanders naturally a much bigger opponent than Bull. It was not a bad effort from her at all.
Yeah, no, that was a close fight, a real close fight.
Tanders did break her hand in that fight. And really had to tough it out, but Bull has had to tough this one out as we get down to the last 10 seconds. And I think her second half showing is going to earn her a world title.
Yes.
There's all the dancing from Guanini, who thinks she's done enough. Rachel Bull apologising for the language to Bob Williams, as we need to apologise too as well. But who's going to have the last word in this one?
Well, I think Bull's got that clearly.
They're confident. This camp is confident. And I had her ahead at halfway. I don't have her ahead now.
No, I don't have her ahead at all.
No.
And I like the kind of fighter Bull is as well. She's willing to take on challenges. She wasn't protecting a record. She's taken tough fights really early on in her career.
Oh, really? Yeah, this is what? Her 8th fight?
Yeah.
But that is the thing for the women as well. That is one good thing. If you're a guy, you have to wait a long time. If you're a really good female fighter, you'll get your shot early. You will get there early. Well,
I quite fancy the Argentinian girl for a fight, though. That is a very nice fight. I do.
Okay. Well, we'll get the matchmaker on that one straight away. But they were really confident. Really confident.
I think they were saying in the corner that she's got some Vicks on her face as well, which is really unfair if she has.
Well, Rachel Bull looks like she's done enough in the second half of this fight. But as I said, Jorgelina Guanini has been in so many close split decision, split draw, majority decision stuff. And you just wonder how the judges have seen this one. Well, they were all smiles now. John Latham, Victor Loughlin and Mark Lyson are the three judges. And I think it would be a surprise if she doesn't get this decision on the second half showing. But
Yeah, I think Ball's got it.
yeah, let's wait and see.
Well done. There's probably pictures out there, they might be doing it for them, so do it when you do the interview, probably. Not really bad.
So it'd be interesting to see Orgelina Guanini over here again with more notice as well.
Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
interesting. If she can deal with you, of course, Beck. I mean,
Let's make that fight
let's get
happen.
that done.
No, there's past the regular effect, and then you have your photos done when you do your camera over there.
They do look very, very confident in the ball corner. But then again, as I say, Guanini's crew look pretty confident as well. Jesus Labrador and his guys. But now